It's end of season, folks, and what an end of season we might end up having. You'll see what I mean. Hello, folks, and welcome to FM20 Nottingham Forest series. Right, you saw, like in the last episode, that we played obviously QPR, and we played Cardiff, and you knew that we were then going to be playing Middlesbrough. We were unlucky in this one, as you can see. The result, only losing by a goal to nil, but it was one of those games where it just we could have just nicked it or whatever sort of thing, and maybe at least got a point from it, but wasn't to be. Next up, we took on Millwall, and we were back to winning ways, which was great to see in this one with a 2-0 result, which was needed after those three sort of like games that we just had against QPR. And then obviously we beat QPR, didn't we? Then we obviously lost Cardiff, and then we lost to Middlesbrough, which has put a massive dent in our chance for even sneaking slightly into that playoff position, which was always going to be a tough thing. But next game. This one was so annoying, as you can see right down here. Sheffield Wednesday, one shot on target was the penalty. We complete and utterly dominated in this game, and we're to get a 1-0 loss through a penalty as well. It was just I thought we were, things were momentum was going. This is just Delta's a huge blow, but one of those things. But then we bounced back. Yes, we bounced back against Huddersfield, which I thought, going into this one, Huddersfield, obviously just relegated from the Premier League, is going to be a tough game. They've got some decent players still at the side, even though they did get relegated. We got a 2-0 win, and I think at the end of the day, it was maybe home advantage that maybe helped, because it was close, when you look at the shots and everything. But it was a good result. Then we faced Bristol City, and this was just another one of these just frustrating, but it's the fact that Yates got sent off, and that's why I think we ended up just not getting anything from this game. We were up until the point of him getting sent off. We were in a chance of getting something from this game. We should have got something from this game. We were the better side, but Yates getting sent off, it just gave Bristol City the chance to sit everyone behind the ball and just get their point that they needed, which was, again, it's not what we needed, if we're trying to try and move away from that 9th position. So there was a bit of an international break, and because of that I decided to throw in a friendly. I couldn't think of the word then. Friendly, and I just went with a crappier side in NOTTM Borough, a team that's way down in the division, just to get some confidence back into the lads, because we took some hits here and there, and it was really to get Lewis Graben, because he hasn't scored in I don't know how many games now. He's really lost his form. He's lost his confidence. Mir has been our goal scorer recently, and in this one he still wasn't able to score in this one, and it was only a 3-0 win, which I was a little bit disappointed. But a lot of the players, I think, I used it more in the fact that I was trying to get players that were maybe a little bit down on fitness, get their use it as one of them, and stuff like that. Ribeiro, I think that's how you'll say. He had a great game, and he's really pushed actually, the chance of being possibly not fully, because I think Vitek is our best left back, but Ribeiro is pushed himself right in contention, of being in there. So I've kept him, moved up from the under 23s. I've kept him up into the squad. So then we faced Derby. Yes, we faced Derby, and we beat them yet again. We faced them 3 times in this series so far, and we've beaten them every time. It was a bit closer this time. They've got a new manager. They have got rid of Koku. He has parted ways, sort of thing. So they set up a little bit differently. Played a 4-4-2 against us, but we were, as shots wise, we did dominate and stuff. We could have won this probably 3 or 4-1 to be fair, in this game. So it wasn't really as close as what the scoreline might have suggested. But the fact that we beat Derby again, the fans obviously will be happy about that. Then came a huge game against Fulham, because Fulham are in those playoffs. So to get this win gave us a little bit of momentum and managing to push us out of that 9th sort of position in the league. This was a big win. The players, as you can see, really, could have done with getting more of them on target, but we were really going for this. They were fired up for this, and some really good performances from the lads, and to get this result against Fulham. So this is the final game before we get into the live ones of today's episode. We took on Preston. This one was really, really, should have been a hell of a lot more. 33 shots, and we only won 1-0. Madness. The keeper, as you can see, Rudd here, he got 6.9. I think he deserved a lot more than that, to be honest. The amount of attempts we were having, we complete and utterly we're just knocking on their door all the time trying to get something, and it only ended up being a 1-0 result from Iguaros getting his first his goal for the club. And we've got 3 games left of the season, so it is going to be a little bit of a longer episode anyway, because the reason it's going to be 3 games is because of the team that we're going to be facing right now, because the team that we're going to be facing right now could define something which I didn't think was possible. Let me explain. So as you can see, we are up against Swansea, and then we're up against Barnsley and then Stoke. Forget the Barnsley and Stoke because they don't really matter. It's this Swansea game right here. We have to beat Swansea, and the reason being is of where we are in the Championship right now. We have moved up 1 spot. We are into 8th, but look at what's happened above us. Because teams and stuff have been taking points off each other, we're in contention, and because of our goal difference is slightly better as well. If we can beat Swansea, we've already beaten Fulham. If we can beat Swansea, we will then be leapfrogging them because our goal difference is better than them, and we'll be on the same points, and we jump into that sort of 6th spot. Well, we kind of do. Obviously, it depends on QPR as well. But we have put ourselves way in contention. Which we were way off it, weren't we? We were about 10 points, 11 points at some point. But we've managed to claw it all back with results going in our favour. And obviously, we could have been in much better if it wasn't for certain games like the Bristol City 0-0, the Sheffield Wednesday when we have that penalty and nearly had 1 shot on target. Things like that. As you can see, Luton are relegated. They're gone, but that's not really our concern. So it all comes down to this. If we beat Swansea, it's still mathematically possible with the other 2 games that we've got in today's episode, but I think if we can beat Swansea now, that puts us in a massive, massive strong point of getting into these playoffs, which is what, the board sort of wanted us to do anyway. So as you can see, here on the heat map with regards to Swansea, they concentrate a lot down the right-hand side, which is our left-hand side. So we need to maybe try and cut things out there. As you can see, they kind of keep things, and push it out towards this side, our left, their right. That's where they're trying to get things out to. So they have actually slightly changed their lineup for this. They normally wouldn't have this formation or whatever, so it's a little bit of a change. They normally have a 4-4-1-1, so they have obviously altered their structure going into this. I think go out there and get revenge. I think that's always a good way of motivating, and as you can see, it's to motivate the players. So it was the options push us and go in for the chance of getting into the playoffs. But if we can get that motivation, revenge thing's always a good thing. Here comes S-Fine now. Here I think has been a great signing, really has. It's Sergio. And that's a great effort. I thought he was actually going to pull it across, but he went at goal, and Woodman's pushed this out for our corner. Mere's going to hit this back, and Woodman's actually pushed that over again. So good early pressure from us, which is good to see. The fans will be happy with this. Can we capitalise and get something from it? As Lolly now trying to get Mere in there, but not able to. It's going to come all the way back here to Jenkinson. And that's the end of that one. But we're going to coming in again. Vitek with the corner from that side. Semedo back out to him. Vitek, can he get this across? He's found Mia. It's going to bubble about. Here's a great opportunity. Jones couldn't get it in. Curtis Jones with a great opportunity to put us 1-0 up. But it's all been us all so far. We are putting the pressure on Swansea, or feeling it right now, because they know that we've got nothing really to lose in the fact that we're not expected to be there now, but we've done really well to get back in contention, whereas Swansea are in the playoffs and they could end up losing it. So when you've got something to lose, it's always worse, isn't it, than when you're trying to fight for something. Here comes Lolly now. Can he find someone in the box? He's gone all the way across to S-Fine. He's hit it, but it's a good sort of block there. It's come out to Semedo. Holds it up. Worrell, a little bit of a jerky sort of lag there, as well. But here's Lolly now. Oh, another good save from Woodman, and Woodman's keeping Swansea right in this game at the moment. It's been all Forest so far. Curtis Jones, but not enough power on it. We've got a bruised knee from Carl Jenkinson, so that is not good. I wonder if you can run that off, or is it, you know, if it's just a bruised knee. But it's a bit worrying. Vitek now. It's a lolly. I'll wait till this highlight's over, and then we'll have a look at Jenkinson's knee. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying. All the way over the top here. Mir can get there. He can't, but it's fallen to Yates. What can he do? Jones, Vitek. Playing this around, keeping control of the ball. Kamer's gone all the way out here to Eswang. It's a great ball from the centre-back. Eswang plays it into the box, not able to pick anyone out. Come out to Semedo. He finds Yates, hits this. That's a superb hit. Oh, can't wait to see this one on the replay. But young Yates there, who was drafted in. Eswang here, brings it down superbly from Kamer. Hits this, comes back out here. Semedo gets hold of this, just lays it across to his midfield, and he hits it first time. That's a hell of a strike. Hits it, like, you know, Semedo and Yates there working combination, the two midfielders, and well done there to young Ryan Yates. Oh, damn it. I want to see, hold on, I want to see what's his fitness. I don't, I haven't really got a fullback to come on. That's a bit of a. I've got it on the other side, which is Ribeiro. I'm going to leave Jenkinson on and just see if he can run that knee situation off. Hopefully, it won't cause us too much of a problem. It is a massive worry. We might have to go to 3 centre backs, which is a completely different formation altogether, by bringing Michael Dawson on, but. We'll see if he can last till half time. It's a risk. It's a huge risk. Whatever. Why is it not gone back to the game? Because we've just scored and it's not back on the game. I don't know what is happening here. Why is it not going back to the game? I have to click on that, do I? Oh, there we go. We missed a goal there. We're 2-0 up and we missed a goal. Play from there. No, it's already 2-0 up, isn't it? Or is it? Is this Mir getting in here? That's the goal. There we are. Sorry about that, folks. That completely threw me, like, you know what I mean, what I was trying to do. But Mir has just put us 2-0 up on the 22 minutes in, 23 minutes in sort of mark. Great finish from him. Hopefully it'll rectify itself now. Look how many attempts we've had in that first half. That's absolutely incredible. Really going for this. Struggle for possession the opponent's half, but I'm not really bothered in the fact that we are absolutely dominating this game. Like, I mean, 60-40 on the possession. Swansea just haven't even had a look in right now. Let's have a quick look at how Carl Jenkinson's doing. It's back up to like 83%, so the injury's not. It says potential knee injury. I mean, I'd rather keep him on and just, he's going to be missing for the next 2 games, fine, I can do something about it. But it doesn't seem to be bothering him too much. He's not asked to come off or anything. So, yeah, we'll leave him on, and I'll be very happy. Keep it going, lads. Norton's it's come back out to here. This is maybe Swansea's best effort, and that's just flew over the bar, like, and that's fine. We're coming into the final minutes of the game, and it looks like we are going to run out 2-0 victory here. Fantastic result, as you can see. Massive dominance in that game, like, sort of thing. We are just on fire at the moment. Our form and stuff like that going into these final couple of games and stuff has been absolutely brilliant. And how did his injury only a couple of days late, so it's not too bad. It's only a bruised knee, so not too bad at all. So where's the league table now, sitters? We are into that 6th spot. There we are. We are right in there. We are on the same points as Fulham and Swansea, but because of our superior goal difference, as long as we win our final 2 games of the season, we have got ourselves a playoff position. We're not going to get like automatic promotion. It looks like Blackburn and Brentford have got that sewn up, like, I mean, because only 2 games left. And right, so this is how Barnsley have got them. It's kind of like similar to how we're set up, and they play more of a deep line forward, but they are pushing out more to the wings. So both sets of wings here. So we're going to play stuff through the middle and try and catch them out, like, you know, by going through the middle and stuff with this. So as you can see here with the heat map, the mainly going down this side, but they are going, as you can see, both wings, and it's like distribution, like obviously from the keeper is getting them off down these wings and stuff like that. And it is kind of more, it's similar to like the Swansea where they're trying to ease it out to their right, our left, you know what I mean? So they're trying to do exactly the same. So we are away, so this could be a little bit more of a trickier game, like, you know, but Barnsley not really playing for anything, but they could like cause an upset. So fingers crossed that we keep our heads on and get like maybe an early goal here with this attempt as Yates has a shot, and that's a good tip over there from Radlinger in goal. We can have as many shots as we want. If we don't hit the back of the net, it doesn't mean anything, does it? Like, you know what I mean? And here come Barnsley again, challenging us more than what Swansea were, to be honest. And there's a great chance, and they have scored, and we got caught out there. And this is not good because we need to win. Like, you know, we've got the league table over here showing where we are. We are sitting sixth at the moment, depending on other results and stuff like that. But we need to keep the pressure on the other teams because we're only just in that top six by goal difference alone. That's all. And conceding this one here, not being closed down. That was Hefele. I mean, he's back from injury, so maybe just not up to like match fitness. Like, you know what I mean, as you can see, we've now dropped down to 8th. We have slipped massively down, so we need to get back into this game and get all 3 points. That's fine now. Surges down this side, plays it back inside. Silva, Cash with the overlap. Can he find someone? He turns it inside. S-Fine goes for it, hits the post. No one's really like following up, not expecting the rebound to come out that far. Silva. And that's the end of that highlight, but we're coming close there. But as you can see, Barnsley have come right back into this game now, and we need to maybe show some passion. Yeah, we're going 1-0 down into the break, and we edged it on the shots, and we're edging it on the possession, but they're edging it on the scoreline, and it's not good at the moment because we have dropped out of the playoffs, and we need it to really be in our own hands. We don't want to be relying on other results like going into that final game against Stoke, because I think Stoke are going to cause us problems, because as you can see, they are beating Brentford at the moment, who are, you know, pretty much like going up, like, you know, so yeah, Stoke's not going to be an easy game at all. Like, there we go, fired up. Let's see if we can get a point. That'll be something. We can get something like that, you know. But a loss is no good to us whatsoever. It really isn't. Might have to go a little bit more. Very attacking. Let's go very attacking. Let's throw the kitchen sink at them right now, because we need to get some kind of points from this, even if it's just one. Oh, and it's just gone all the way out. No one's really got onto that. That's not good. Come on, lads. Another highlight needed. Come on. Demand more. We're not going to get it. Oh wait, final highlight, but it looks like it's going towards Barnsley rather than us, unless we can nick the ball off them maybe. Yates is in. Silva, don't shoot. Pick someone out. Oh, he's not picked anyone out. And it's going to fall away, and Lolly can pick this up. Just he's managed to keep that in. Can't find anyone in the box. Vitek back to Lolly. Can he pick out anyone? S-Fine's coming in. He's batted it wide. And we're going to go down to a loss, and that's not going to go well. We are 7th, but I think our playoffs is gone by looking at it, because I think we were on 76 points, and I'm sure 6th place was on 81 then. I think our playoffs has actually disappeared. That's such a shame, because we've done so well against Swansea, and then Barnsley's come along. They're not playing for anything. They're like down in 14th or whatever. They're not playing for anything, and we just didn't. I mean, look at that. 25 attempts we had. We did have more of the possession. We just weren't clinical enough, or the goalkeeper just played a bit of a blinder. We can still get there. We're in 7th. Fulham are the team that we have to hope lose. And we have to beat Stoke. That is the situation. Stoke are in 10th. They're not really playing for anything except, you know, just positional. There's a very slim chance, because our goal difference is better than Fulham, so we can get in there with that win, but we need Fulham to lose. So, David Moyes back in a job as he takes over at Leeds. Interesting. Right then. Final game of the season. Can we make it into it might not be the final game of the season if we make it in the playoffs. Well, let's find out, shall we? So Fulham, who are the team that we need to lose, are away at 16th place Wigan. So we're at home. Can we do it in front of the home fans? Well, we've got to worry about, like, obviously this result first before we can contemplate whether or not Fulham are going to lose to Wigan, but I can't see it. Swansea are already winning up there to Reading. We've dropped down to 8th. We are doing a lot of the attacking here. No highlights so far. Stoke have not really done anything, so we're controlling things in that regard. Inside, Aguaras to Silva. Finds Esfine. He's got the overlap he can find, but he decided to come back inside. Jenkinson was screaming for it out on that wing, but he's found Mir, and Mir has put us 1-0 up. Where is the result with regards to... They were right at the bottom, weren't they? Or they were at the bottom. Oh, damn it! They were at the bottom. I couldn't see them. Like I was scrolling down. They were on the bottom on the going into this, but just showing the highlight here is Jenkinson back in the side after his like little sort of knee injury, and Mir with a good header, and we are 1 goal up here against Stoke. Stoke don't seem to be bothered about coming out to play at the moment. They're not really doing anything. Fulham are winning. Mitrovic has scored against Wigan, so it doesn't really matter what we do in this game now, as long as we just continue and get 3 points. Just got to hope that Wigan can sort something out, but keep an eye down here in this bottom corner. That is where that result is. All the way out here to Esfine. Back to Jenkinson. Can he pick up Mir again? He's actually played out Aguaras, who's trying to get Silva in here, but they've lost it. And there's a bit of a breakaway here for Stoke. And I can't believe on the edge of their box that we've ended up losing the ball here. And Muric has pulled us out there. That was just terrible from sort of Silva and Aguaras there, not being decisive enough. And they've managed to get a corner from this. If they score from this, well done, Muric. I mean, that was just terrible. Come on, Wigan. We need to do you a favour. And Kamer just hits the sort of post crossbar kind of like angle there. Butland now goes long. Can we get on this? Vitek can. Plays it inside to Kamer. Out to Lolly. Can he get the ball over the top to Mir? He's not gone for that option. Aguaras, he's got Jenkinson and out here, and also Esfine in loads of space, but now they've been closed down. But Esfine has got the pace to get... Oh, it's a terrible ball in. He had the pace there. But not able to do anything with it. So we're at half-time. We are completely and utterly dominating this game, but like I say, we need Wigan to be dominating their game, and they're not really, as you can see over here, not that bothered, are they? You know what I mean? They're not really got nothing to play for. We've done all right. We got close to the playoffs, and then we can at least build on that for next season. I'm sure the board won't be too unhappy. Might be unhappy now that Stoke have scored, just from nothing. That was just not closing them down. So it looks like we're going to go out end of the season, bit of a whimper by the looks of it. I mean, we're just giving them far too much time on the ball here, not closing them down. And I mean, playing with the backs to the when you see a defender turning his back, you know, it's not good. Stoke will come more into it in the second half. Maybe we might have to change things around. Jenkinson. I need to get that where it was Wigan. But yeah, we scored. I was too busy looking at the Wigan result, which is keeps me moving up and down because of the goals are getting scored in other matches. But an excellent finish. I'll have to look at it now, like on this replay. Esfine coming down this wing here, finds Jenkinson. I mean, you guys would have seen it. I haven't even seen this. That's fine now. Plays it inside to Aguero. So he hits that one with a... Wow, that's a hell of a strike. And nice one. Looks like he was another good signing I've managed to pick up. I think all three main signings that I've made, Vitek, Esfine and Aguero, have all been really good. They've integrated into the side really well. Here's a chance now for Stoke to come away and maybe scupper that chance and make it 2-2, as Vokes does make it 2-2. I don't know what is happening with our defence right now, but they're just literally just letting Stoke have far too much time on the ball, and we're on tight marking as well, but I just don't understand why they're just like not closing them down. But we're just backing off and just letting them, you know, midfield are so out of space here, and I mean, no one's picking anything up here. I mean, 1 minute you're on Vokes, you let him like come away, and the other defenders just stood around like doing nothing. It's just, that's terrible. We'll go with the long balls. We've got so many, look how many attempts and stuff that we've done here, and we're just not going to even get a win. It's just bloody stupid. No, full time. 30 shots, you know, and we end up like with a 2-2 draw. So it's not like we weren't like, you know, creating enough like attempts. It's just we don't have the clinical players to put it in the back of the net. That's the problem. I mean, I know Butland's a good goalkeeper and stuff, but still, you know, they only had 4 on target and they come away with a 2-2 draw. So either way, regarding like the Fulham like Wigan result, we've blown it with a draw anyway. So, you know, I mean, 30 attempts on goal and you still can't win a game. It's just crap. But we don't get into the playoffs. We finish in 7th, which is not too bad considering we had quite a lot of like games that we should never have lost and stuff. We need to like get rid of those in the second season and stamp them out. Unfortunately, we don't have any money. We're you know, literally just trying to pick up like basic players, and how are you supposed to try and push to get in the Premier League when, you know, you're basically spending sort of like, you know, trying to buy players with only like sort of 3 million in the bank. It's not exactly, you know, you can't compete with the teams that are above you, can you, when they're spending like, you know, 20, 30, 40 million and you're spending 2. It's not. And the Ball are expecting us to like try and get in the Premier League. It's not good, is it? I mean, look how many points we're off the 2, Blackburn and Brentford. Blackburn back in the Premier League, Brentford going up for the first time, but we're nearly 20 points off them. That's how far up behind we are. And yeah, it's Birmingham. That's a huge club to be going down into League One, isn't it? Like, you know, that's crazy. But that's where they're going. They are down as along with Reading and Luton. That is who's got relegated. There we go. First season and stuff like that. I will quickly whip through maybe sort of like season 2 before like FM20 does like fully launch on the 19th, which I think is Tuesday, and then we'll see what you guys think, whether we continue, you know, with Nottingham Forest at a later date. You know, we'll just leave it and see how things go, and maybe come back to it as a possibility, because it's not been too bad. I've enjoyed it. Like, you know, getting back into Football Manager has been great. It's a fantastic game. I'm loving every minute of it. Can't wait to get Chesterfield up and running. Really, you know, this has been more of a, I've not like felt an affinity with any of the players as such, like, because it's, you know, I'm just using this more to have a look at, you know, all this, you know, the, you know, things like this, like club visions and, you know, and stuff, and what else was that's new, and like, you know, dynamics and stuff, you know, of the club and how things are going on and stuff. But as you can see, team cohesion got to good, dressing room got very good. I mean, that didn't help. Like, there was that weird mutiny thing. I think that scuppered every freaking chance when them 3 players managed to get Joe Worrell back on side, but I think he got sucked into it. But I've still got that Benayoun guy. He's still where is he? Here he is here, this guy here. He's the one that was the massive culprit that caused all the like situation or whatever. And yeah, I would definitely shipping him out and getting rid of him, because he caused like no end of problems. He's actually back on side now. He's fine with everything, but he caused that like, you know, mutiny kind of thing, and that scuppered any chance of us getting into the playoffs right there. It wasn't like these last few games anyway, and it's done that. So tomorrow's video will literally be so far in, I'll have got so far into like, you know, the season 2. I'll tell you about any, you know, influential transfers that we've made, and then show you what games they're going to be and stuff like that. So that's what's coming up for tomorrow, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry it's a little bit longer, but you understand why, because, you know, it was the end of the season and stuff like that. And yeah, tell all your friends about the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. That'd be brilliant. Subscribe if you're new around here, and let me know down in the comments, you know, what else, and, you know, I'm missing. If I'm missing something, give me any tips. I'm quite happy to take them on board. Like, guys, it's really appreciative. And I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Dave from Mumongu Gaming signing off. Cheers.